He never wanted to be remembered. He wanted to be impossible to forget. Farrokh Bulsara didn't belong anywhere. Not in Zanzibar, where he was born. Not in India, where he studied. Not in England, where he tried to fit in. So he invented a place where he did on stage. He called himself Freddie Mercury, and with that name, he didn't just become someone else. He became everyone he'd ever been afraid to be. Welcome to EchoDriven Stories. There's a moment in every great performer's life where they realize the spotlight isn't just a place to be seen, it's a place to hide. Freddie understood that better than most. The flamboyance, the grandeur, the operatic excess, it wasn't arrogance. It was armor. Behind the mustache, behind the leather, behind the voice that could shatter glass and mend hearts, there was a man who never quite believed he was enough. He rewrote the rules of rock and roll, not by following anyone's path, but by refusing to stay in one lane. Opera met rock. Ballads collided with anthems. He turned a song about a young man killing someone into a 6-minute masterpiece that radio stations said would never work. It became immortal because Freddie didn't create for approval. He created because silence terrified him more than judgment ever could. He loved fiercely, but quietly. In a world that demanded he shrink, he exploded. And the price of that explosion was loneliness. Fame gave him everything except the one thing he wanted most to be loved. Not for what he could do, but for who he was. Behind closed doors, he was tender, vulnerable, afraid. But when the lights came on, he was untouchable. Live Aid, 1985. 20 minutes that redefined what a human voice could do. He was already sick. He already knew. But he stood in front of 72,000 people and the world watching. And he didn't just perform. He transcended. Because Freddie didn't sing to entertain. He sang to survive. Every note was a fight. Every lyric, a confession. Every gesture, a defiance. And when his body began to fail him, when the disease tightened its grip, he didn't retreat. He kept recording, kept creating, kept pouring himself into the music because he knew better than anyone that voices don't die. They echo. He never got to see how much he mattered. He never got to witness the generations who would find themselves in his courage. The outsiders, the misfits, the ones told to be quieter, smaller, less. Freddie Mercury didn't give them permission to be loud. He showed them it was the only way to be free. If his story moves you, stay with us. Subscribe to EchoDriven Stories, because legends like this deserve to be told and retold until the echo never fades. We created a song in his honor, not to imitate him, no one could, but to capture the spirit of a man who turned pain into power, silence into sound, and fear into the most unforgettable performance the world has ever seen. A voice that defied the world, a heart that never stopped beating. This is the song of the one who dared to shine.
Born in silence, raised in shadow, a heart too wild for borrowed chains. They built their walls, they built my stage, where every scream could break the pain. I wore the masks they gave to me, but something burned beneath the seams. A voice like fire, a soul untamed. I sang the truths they feared to dream. And when the world said, hide your light, I lit the sky and claimed the night. I am the rise, never the same. Through the storm, through the fall, I gave it all, I gave it all. Crown of thunder, heart of gold, a story written, never sold. Love in whispers, love in shame. They couldn't see what I became. A king without a kingdom's crown. But every note was sacred ground. And when my body turned to dust, I stood beneath the lights one final time. The roar of thousands, the silence of one. I was never meant to survive, only to burn alive. I am the thunder, I am the flame, born to rise, never the same. Through the storm, through the fall, I gave it all, I gave it all. Crown of thunder, heart of gold, a story written, never So let them see when I am gone. The echoes live, the fight goes on.